Hey guys, what's the crack? I hope you're all having a great day. Today I'm going to answer the question that everybody has been asking since the release of Bannerlord. Namely, who has the best recruits? Which faction tier 1 men are the ultimate nemesis for looters? And with my genius and dedication we can finally answer this age-old question. Today not only are we going to have a look at their stats, but also we're going to test their mettle against the terrifying looters in 10 vs 10 battles, and we're going to rate them. How are we going to rate them, you ask? Well, if the recruits manage to wipe the looters out without sustaining any casualties, they'll get 2 points. If they lose less than half of their men, they'll get a point. If they lose half or more and still win, there won't be any points added or deducted. And lastly, if they lose the fight or retreat, they lose a point. As you can see, I'm not really good at coming up with rating systems, but oh well. Keep in mind that some of the recruits with scores close to each other may end up with different positions in this ranking if they fought more than 10 battles, since it's a pretty small sample size, but it already talk about 2 hours to record the 60 battles, so I wasn't gonna make this sample size any bigger. Let's have a look at their stats. Asarai recruit, like other meat shields on this list, boast an average for tier 1 skill rating of 0.67 and pretty poor armor. However, the jagged spear they come equipped with allows them to put extra distance between themselves and their foes. Battalion Volunteer, compared to all other recruits, lacks any sort of head armor, so that he can tackle his problems head on. He also comes around with rather poor peasant grade weapons like the pickaxe and blacksmith hammer, which are the shortest weapons any recruits wield. Imperial recruit, just like others, isn't anything special either. I guess Imperial heaviest armors don't translate into best armored recruits. However, they do come with a decently long spada. Crusade Nomad out of the bunch looks like the number 1 homeless on this list. Just like others, his skill rating is average, armor shite and saber iron, still giving him more reach in combat than Battalion Volunteer, staying on par with the Imperial recruit. London recruit is the second and the last of the recruits to run around the battlefield with their pole out, just like the Asarai friend, being able to put a fair distance between themselves and their enemies. Sturgeon recruit, on the other hand, runs around with an axe on the battlefield, allowing him to, cut trees I guess. All come equipped with 4 hats that are identified as medium head armor in the game files for some reason. Now that we had a look at their stats and established who looks homeless, who runs around with their poles out, and who cuts trees and other waffle, we can move on to looking at how they fared versus looters. But first, one thing. In each of the 60 battles, the recruits fought against the same stack of 10 looters, so each fight looters come with exactly same equipment. Also, for each faction, the same stack of 10 recruits has been used for each fight, so when it comes to equipment, both sides are always armed the same as the previous fight for the duration of the 10 tests, and both deaths and knockouts count as casualties. To even the odds, I made the recruits mimic the strategy of the looters, meaning each fight both sides are in loose formation and charged right into each other. Naturally, I'm not going to show you all the fights as nobody has the time to watch looters and recruits beat the shite into each other for about 2 hours straight. So we're going to start off with the Asarai recruits. Over their 10 battles, Asarai recruits only sustained 16 losses out of possible 100, which is pretty nice if I may say so myself, which actually puts them on the first spot when it comes to the amount of men they lost. We see a nice range between 0s and 2s, with a single slip up in the second battle where they lost 7 men. Twice they managed to earn 2 points, which is no small feat, and only once did they fail to get a point, earning them 11 points in total. If you think that looters are just glorified speed bumps for blitzkrieging recruits, you may need to think twice, as the battalions were the only ones to get defeated by the looters, and they even managed to repeat this feat a second time, earning them the following scores for a total of measly 3 points. I guess their peasant weapons didn't really help them at all. Imperials, just like Asarai, only sustained 16 casualties in total over the 10 fights. However, they managed to earn points in every single fight, and even managed 2 flawless victories for a total score of 12. Up next, the Crusade, who didn't manage that bad, taking a few losses here and there, but that is a given since they have no horses nor bows to go around. They did manage 1 flawless victory, but on 3 occasions they didn't take any points, leaving them with a total of 8 points. Vlandian recruits and their mighty poles didn't prevent them from taking less casualties than the Imperials and Aserai. However, just like the Imperials, they managed 2 flawless victories and a point from every other fight, earning them a spot alongside the Empire with a total of 12. And last we have the mighty Northmen, who with their axes and battle hardiness just like the Crusades taken a few casualties, but managed to grab points from more battles. However, unlike other competent recruit factions, they didn't manage to get a single flawless victory like Battania, leaving them with a total of 9 points.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
This literally is what my brain felt like after watching 2 hours of AI being great at combat. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, smash like and please do consider subscribing so I unlock that sweet community tab to share my shenanigans with you. Having said all that, have a great day and see you in the next one.